This is Special Report on Tripod TV. The Southwest Zonal Summit of the Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered may have come and gone, but its positive impact on members, Ogun State, and indeed the Southwest Zone will last a lifetime. The zone on the occasion had the privilege of hosting the President and Chairman of Council, Major Gen.Abdulahi Iyanda Muraina, retired, fnim, MNI.
Given the Institute's pedigree in the area of capacity building, we humbly request to be engaged to conduct the promotion examination of the state civil service.
The President on arrival was received by the Zonal Chairman, Alhaji Ebun Atinuke fnim, and other executive members. The first port of call was to grant a special interview at the Ogun State-owned television station, OGTV. Before the studio session, he was received by the station's general manager, Mr. Tunde Kazim. The state radio station, OGBC, also played host to the team as they were received by the general manager, Mrs. Toyin Shugbeson. The President's entourage then paid homage to the Alake and paramount ruler of Igbaland, Oba Dr. Michael Adedotun Aremugbadebo, CFR.
I pray that before you leave Abeokuta, you will go from here better than you came here. You will not go back as you came. You will pick something that will remain with you for the rest of your life. I pray that your profession continues to grow from strength to strength. Nigeria needs your organization very much at this time, when impunity is the order of the day.
As a tradition, a care visit was made to an elder in the zone, Chief Joseph Okolawo Ogunbayo, in the Oketa area of Abeokuta, the state capital.
Permit me to welcome us to the abode, the residence of a very vibrant, staunch, and reliable member of the Abeokuta chapter and the Ogun State branch of the Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered, in person of Chief Joseph Okolawo Olukunle Ogunbayo, fnim. We always carry out what is known as we care, and we care by interpretation simply means to appreciate our elderly ones, people that have been there, that have been able to weather the storm over the years for us.
We are saying that tradition, customs must be maintained so that others who are coming behind will learn from what has been happening. So, on behalf of council members and especially the Southwest Zone of the Institute, I wish to humbly and most respectfully present this to our father as a token of appreciation, that we're going to remember that today we're able to bring it.
I am overwhelmed. I do not know what to say again. Because when the whole president of Nigeria Institute of Management would leave his seat in Lagos and visit such a person like me, the office is so massive that I don't know how to appreciate it. For the whole president of Nigeria Institute of Management to leave his Olympus seat and come to this manicure person. It is in my mind that we should establish an employment committee. In course of time, it will be a big employer. Employment committee, Abeokuta Institute of Management, Abeokuta chapter. Please, let it be. Let it come to fruition. Thank you very much.
Baba, you know the way you taught us and the structure that we have on ground, right? Be very sure that whatever is your proposal, right, that the zonal chairman is always on top of it.
The presidential train then moved to Ilaro in the Ogun West Senatorial District for a fellows luncheon and welcome reception sponsored by a distinguished member and paramount ruler of Yorubaland, Obakende Olubenle fnim, at its palace in Ilaro.
Your Royal Majesty sponsored this event. And it is at no cost to the zone. That is, despite your territorial function, you still find time to participate in the affairs and programs of the Institute. This shows the love and passion you have for your Institute. This is the kind of involvement expected from distinguished fellows of the Institute like our Royal Majesty. Thank you for your hospitality. Even as I join you to continue availing your profound wisdom, invaluable contribution, and pieces of advice to your Institute now and the years ahead. To humbly and most respectfully present this to you as a token of our appreciation on this occasion of our visit. Thank you for this. Have a calendar.
fnim are part of it, and we need to do more as an institute. An institute that is in the forefront of management issues, or maybe people who are experts management should do more by ensuring that government few impact.
The D-Day proper was the summit where the Ogun State Head of Service, Dr. Nofio Aigoro fnim, delivered the keynote address.
Characteristics of citizen-centered public service. That's the main thing that we want to address in this summit. Citizen-centered public service requires a sound understanding of citizen expectations and key drivers of satisfaction, as well as a policy framework that places citizens at the center of decision-making processes rather than the edge. A good citizen-centered public service is characterized by the following. 1. It should be data-driven planning. This focuses on the collection of data that can help government become better in serving the public. Better planning, developing of policies, government need data. Citizen-centered public service will deliver services to citizens in a responsive and equitable manner. It encourages productive relationships with citizens to build a sustainable and just environment where institutions foster inclusive economic growth and higher standards of living for all segments of society. It is need-driven. The public service of the 21st century is technology and innovation-driven. Thus, the public service needs to imbibe the use of new and emerging technologies to meet up with global demands of citizen-centered service delivery. So we need to imbibe new technologies.
Earlier, the president and the team were given a warm reception by the Ogun State Governor, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, represented by his deputy, Her Excellency Engineer Noimot Salako Uyidile.
We have His Excellency and we welcome you to the state. So definitely we can ensure that whatever it is that we can do, we will push very hard to make sure that we get more of our people enrolled in the institute.
Appreciate your kind words, and we have some presentations to make. The first one will be the compendium of our request. His Excellency. All right. We also have There is asset, talking about appreciation. Appreciation has to do with our students.
The chief host and Southwest Zonal Chairman Alhaji Iyanda Muraina fnim gave the welcome address at the summit.
Major Gen.Abdulahi Iyanda, retired fnim to the Gateway State. I also want to welcome council members on the president's team to our peaceful and accommodating state. Distinguished fellows of the Southwest Zone here present are also welcomed. And I also want to appreciate the massive support that I have enjoyed since the beginning of this summit and visit of the president to the zone. I also want to welcome every delegate that has joined us via Zoom. Summits are also a good place to cross-fertilize ideas and expand our network. The world is seriously tilting towards collaborations and partnership.
Judging by the courtesy visits and other programs that I've held so far, I must confess that you have organized a successful summit. I commend you. I especially commend the present executives of the zone for resuscitating the tradition of holding yearly summit after some years of inactivity. The summit always affords each zone the opportunity to come together to brainstorm on topical issues bordering on the management profession, the zone, the institute, and the nation's economy at large. I'm happy to note that Southwest Zone did not only bring back the laudable tradition of holding yearly summits, but also did it in style by being the first zone to hold it this year. I therefore salute the dedication and commitment of the chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Management Southwest Zone, Alhaji Iyanda. Without doubt, zonal summits have remained one of the easiest ways of keeping members of the institute abreast of the latest development in the management profession and making the institute's presence felt throughout the country. The theme of this year's summit, which is building citizens-centered public service institutions in Nigeria for sustainable growth and development, is germane. I trust that in addressing the theme and substance of this summit, the paper presenters will underscore adequate issues that will set the tone for a vibrant, interactive discussion. I urge all of you to be actively involved.
The panel session was described as informative and enlightening, as moderated by Dr. Adebayo fnim, Registrar, Federal College of Education, FC, Abeokuta, and Dr. Mrs. A.F. Osheri, fnim, Registrar, Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, represented by Dr. Akinleke, HOD Public Administration, and Mr. Aliyu Afolabi, fnim, a Permanent Secretary in Ogun State, were discussants.
I think first and foremost, the citizens must be consciously engaged, and it starts from voting. That is number one. Secondly, the citizens have the right, they have the responsibility to contribute to how the society is run by paying taxes. With the legislature, they call it oversight, but it is the overall, the citizen has the overall right and responsibility to oversight government, because it is by being involved in these oversight activities of what is happening, of how you are governed, that your interests can be taken care of. So that by the time we have the responsibilities of the citizens, whether individually or collectively, to their rights, it will now form the synergy with what the government is going to do. And by that, we'll be able to provide citizen-centered public service delivery.
It is really, it becomes necessary that the government and the public servant should begin to inform the citizens in their activities. Our public service is established simply to ensure that quality service are given or is given to the masses. It's only when people understand the acts of the government that they can really be carried along.
The summit also featured presentation of awards and gifts to deserving members and attendees, including the President and Chairman of Council.
Charity, they say, begins at home. I am happy and proud to call on the chairman of the chapter with the highest number of participants, totaling 66 number of participants. And of course, from no other chapter than, and I want the registrar of the college to please also step down to come over here, please, than the Federal College of Education,
The Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered was established in 1961 when a general meeting of top managers in commerce, industry, and government was convened to discuss the formation of a management institute in Nigeria.
And to show a token of our appreciation, the zone is presenting to you a symbolic fabric of love and appreciation. I want to say thank you for being who you are. Thank you very much, sir.
For Tripod TV Special Report, I am Dari at